So when I discover something new and exciting, my first thought is always, I can't wait to tell everyone on YouTube about it. Now here's the thing, I need you to understand that this is coming from the point of view of like just me and my own personal knowledge. I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not a doctor, I am just someone who has really realized as I've gotten older, I mean, I know I'm not particularly old yet, but as I've gotten older, I just like really noticed that it's important to take care of like what you put into your body. And a lot of the lifestyle YouTubers that I watch, are like fantastic and they eat really well, but then they also go to the gym, which is something I can't do because like what am I, a person in a motorized wheelchair with a bone disorder that means they break easy? What am I gonna do at the gym? There are obviously some exercises and some workouts and some things that I can do, but for the most part it's very difficult and I have to be very careful so that I don't injure myself. So with all of that considered, I really decided to start focusing on what I put into my body. I'm not really big into New Year's resolutions, but this all did kind of start to happen at the beginning of January, just kind of coinky-dink, and I guess you could call it my resolution then, but I don't really see it that way. So basically what happened is my mom got a magic bullet for Christmas, and I wanted a magic bullet like my whole life. I used to stay up super late to watch the infomercials because I just thought it was so cool, and I have used it basically every day since she opened the box. I use it way more than she does. Here's what I love so much about the Magic Bullet, specifically compared to other blenders. Now, this is obviously going to be specific based on your situation and what you need, but here's what's up. We are a family here, and like most families, we're never going to agree on a beverage. That's not going to happen. So what I love about the Magic Bullet is it's small and easy to use for someone like me who is small, but it's single servings. So I can make something in the Magic Bullet that's super good for me and spinachy and great, and then my younger sister can come over with another one of the cups and just load it up with ice cream and put chocolate sauce in it, and there she's made herself like a chocolate milkshake, you know? So that is why I love the Magic Bullet. So obviously that is the blender that I use, but you can do whatever you want to do. So after opening the Magic Bullet and starting to use it, I had been scouring Pinterest for like really quick, easy, simple recipes that use a lot of the same ingredients that are actually really tasty to do. So I decided today, in this video, I would share with you 3 of my favorite smoothie recipes that are super simple, it's super easy to do, they don't have a lot of ingredients, and they use a lot of the same things, or a lot of similar things, and a lot of things that you might already have in your house. Because nothing bugs me more than when I go to watch a smoothie video on YouTube, and they're like, it's really easy, and then there's like 50 million different ingredients. Like, no, I maxed out at like maybe 5. So the first smoothie recipe that I want to talk to you about is one that I really like. I don't make it very often because I do have friends that have peanut allergies, but it is one that I find very, very tasty. And I know that it is the one that I gave to my sister, and out of all of the recipes that I've given her, is the one that she makes like every day. So I tend to use a lot of baby spinach in my smoothies. I choose baby spinach because the leaves are smaller and the cups in the Magic Bullet really aren't that big. And a lot of people think that spinach in smoothies is going to be gross, but if the spinach is like not gross, if it's not bad, you don't taste it. Everything else in the smoothie covers the taste, and there really isn't a taste or a smell of spinach. Anyway, just think of spinach as like that thing that you're adding into the smoothie that makes it really good for you, and then everything else that you put in after also is making it good for you, but that's what you're going to taste. You know what I mean? So I like to load up all of my smoothies with spinach, and then I will usually take either half a banana or a whole banana. More than likely a whole banana because that makes more smoothie, but it depends on how I'm feeling that day if I really want a banana-y smoothie. Typically, I just peel the banana and just like break it up in my hands and then throw it in because I don't want to cut it because I'm lazy. But you can definitely chop it if you want to make the blending process easier. And then I take a spoonful of peanut butter, dump that in there. I add chia seeds to all of my smoothies because we bought chia seeds and they were expensive, so I'm going to use them. I'm the only one that uses them, so why not use them? Chia seeds are also really good for you. They're really high in like omega-3s and they give you lots of energy, and I think I even read somewhere that they're really good for your skin and for anti-aging and that sort of thing, so I put chia seeds in all of my smoothies. And then the very final step is I like to put coconut milk in my smoothies. I don't know that I'm lactose intolerant, but I find that when I use like 2% milk or ice cream or anything really, really aggressively dairy in anything, my tummy gets very, very unhappy with me. So we tried almond milk for a little bit there, and I didn't like that one as much, but coconut milk is very, very good. Then I just kind of pour in some coconut milk. There is definitely not an exact science to how I make my smoothies. I just guess. And then you stick the blade on, you put it on the bullet, and you hold it down, and you watch it mix. The trick with the Magic Bullet is to mix it more than you think you need it. Because I found that, you know, when I follow the instructions that come in the book to mix it, that's when I still get like hunks of whatever in my smoothie. No, I really, really mix it. I typically do like a thicker smoothie anyway, but I don't want pieces, whole pieces of things in my smoothie, so let it just keep going. And there you have it. That one is a very, very delicious peanut butter banana smoothie. Now, the next smoothie is the one that I make the most often for a multitude of reasons. One is that we bought big bags of both strawberries and blueberries, and I'm the only one that eats them because I'm the only one that's making these like super fruity, good for you smoothies. So I have to use them. So I make this the most often for that reason, but also because I really enjoy the fresh taste of this smoothie in the morning. It's a really great way to start your day. So what I do is I will throw in a bunch of spinach, similar to the first time. Usually I try to fill up the bottom third, if you will, of the bullet cup. And then I will take out some strawberries, throw them in there, throw in a bunch of blueberries. Occasionally I will throw in half a banana as well, but that's just kind of how I feel that day. And then dump in some chia seeds and fill it up with coconut milk. And that's it. That's the smoothie. Some days I will add more banana. Some days I will add no banana. Some days I will add a ton of blueberries. Some days I'll add a ton of strawberries and just a couple blueberries, you know? Depending on which taste I want that day. And that's why this smoothie is my favorite, because I can make it really diverse, if you will. If I really want a strawberry taste one day or a blueberry taste the other day. Typically I lean more towards blueberry, but that's just me. So because there's like so few ingredients in this and there's like little to no prep work, and because we have the blueberries and the strawberries, and I'm the only one that eats them, this is the smoothie that I make every morning, and it is my favorite way to start the day now, to the extent that one day I didn't make it before work and I was like sad all day. I felt sad. I really feel like this smoothie, I obviously have no science to back this up, but if I can be honest with you, I really feel like this smoothie really helps, maybe this is TLI, but helps clear out my insides. Like I feel physically better than I used to. And I also wouldn't be surprised if like this smoothie, because I drink it every day and it's got all of the blueberries and the spinach and all of these things in it that are good for you, I would not be surprised if this was a big contributing factor into why my skin is so much better than it used to be. Between this and the Body Shop Tea Tree line, my skin is like super clear compared to how it used to be. I always had a couple zits here and there, and like now I only have the one that's like up here on my hairline, and I can't, that's it. So definitely has made a difference, and I'm obsessed. Like there is no way to explain to you how much I love this smoothie. And then of course, if you're not a big fan of like strawberries or blueberries, you can put other berries in it. Those are just my favorite, and I found that recipe on Pinterest and kind of tweaked it a little bit to make it my own. That's the beauty of smoothies. You can edit them however you want to, and it'll probably still taste good. Now, for those of us who are super lazy, there is a third option. You can actually go to a store like Walmart or any kind of generic grocery store and get this. It is a bag of frozen fruits and vegetables and that sort of thing that's pre-thought out to go in a smoothie. Now, I used too much, inarguably, in the footage that you're seeing right now. I used like 3/4 of this bag, and I probably could have used half this bag and then used half this bag again. So, learn from my mistakes. This one specifically is from the brand Boom, and in it there's mangoes, pineapple, green chickpeas, bananas, and spinach. So there you go. You have everything that you need in one. At the top, it gives you instructions. So it says, Boom, Smoothie Fast Pack. You're supposed to do this with 3/4 cup of apple juice and 3/4 cup water. And this whole thing is supposed to make one smoothie. So that tells me right there, because I just read it and made it, that tells me that this is made for a bigger blender than Magic Bullet. So I would cut the bag in half and only use half of it if you're using the Magic Bullet, of course, and then only use half of the liquids that it tells you to, because mine was a little too full and a little too liquidy. But this is always an option as well if you're like, if you think you're too busy in the mornings and you don't want to like take out each individual things and guess at the amounts. There are pre-bagged versions, and I think this was only like $2 or so it's not like it's super expensive. And yeah, so those are the smoothies that I like to make mainly. If you are a smoothie person, please tell me what you like to put in your smoothies. Give me some recipes. I am big into the whole minimal amount of ingredients with like the most amount of impact that's good for you, so just keep that in mind. I see a lot of recipes on Pinterest that are like, this one's great for energy, and it's got 50 things in it. It's like, I don't have time for that. I'm not at that level yet. I'm not working out, so why do I need that much energy? Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!